Thank you for staying with us. Red Bull athlete and world-renowned ultra runner Ryan Sands is preparing for his toughest endurance challenge yet, the Cocodona 250. This is a 250-mile or 400-kilometer, if you like, non-stop trail race across Arizona, taking place from the May the 5th to the 10th this year. This race will be the longest non-stop race of Ryan's career, more than doubling his previous ultra distances. The route traverses rugged mountains, extreme desert landscapes, and relentless elevation gains, making it one of the world's most grueling foot races. Now, Ryan joins us live on Zoom to discuss this race. And Ryan, what kind of a mindset and training approach does one need to be doing such a career-defining challenge?
Yeah, I guess you probably have to be a little bit stupid. No, I think it's like really important, to have a strong mindset. And I think a race like Cocodona, running 400 kilometers non-stop, I always say it's the person that can manage their low moments the best that ends up being the most successful. And so for this race, really trying to focus on mindset, just staying positive. Also, running 400 kilometers non-stop is feels like overwhelming. But I think if I can just break it down to bite-sized chunks and focus on running a marathon at a time or getting from one aid station to the next, that is kind of will hopefully get me to the finish line. And then training-wise, I've been doing a lot of running. Probably some of my biggest weeks of running have been like 30+ hours of running. So a lot of running. And then also, I guess, a race like Cocodona, there's just so many variables. There's sleep deprivation, there's altitude, extreme weather, covering the distance. So yeah, that's going to be all part of the fun and something that really excites me.
Ryan, this is not your first rodeo when it comes to ultra running. I mean, what are some of the toughest races that you've done, some of the toughest courses, and how handy will they be come Cocodona?
Yeah, I think a race like Cocodona combines both racing and adventure. And I've done a number of big adventure projects, like running across the Himalayas with my buddy Rainer Crystal, or we also circumnavigated Lesotho on foot, which took multiple days. So I think using that adventure knowledge and combining it with a race, and I ran some of the biggest races around the world, like the Western States 100-miler or Ultra Trail Mont Blanc and Leadville. So combining both race and adventure, I hope will be the perfect recipe for Cocodona. So I'm really excited about that. And just the kind of last couple of months of training, I feel like Cocodona has really kind of reignited my flame and kind of passion for running. It's just something completely so new, and just looking forward to that challenge.
How much have you tweaked when it comes to your preparation physically?
Yeah, so physical preparation, like the last month has been a very, or last 2 months, should I say, has been a very kind of intensive, heavy block of training. So just running lots and lots. As I mentioned, some of my weeks have been in excess of 30 hours of running over 300 kilometers. So that's been very intense. But then also doing stuff like gut training, just trying to train my gut to absorb as many carbs as possible per hour. And then there's a lot of planning that goes into trying to plan, like, when am I going to sleep? What type of sleep strategy will I use? Hopefully we'll sleep as little as possible during the race, potentially be out there for 2 nights, maybe 3. And really I'll just focus on taking a couple of short, like 10-minute power naps to keep me going. So you don't sleep for too long. It's just basically about having a short rest, and then you kind of just keep moving.
Have you had a training buddy of some sorts, or are you doing this by yourself?
A lot of the training I've done on my own, but I've just got back from a Salomon Running International Training Camp in France. So it was nice to have some training buddies. Actually, one of my teammates, Courtney Deerwalter, she's also going to be running the Cocodona 250. So we compared notes. And then it's quite cool that Rainer will be heading over to Cocodona with me to help crew and pace me, as well as quite a few members of the Salomon team. So that'll be really cool. I guess people always say kind of ultra running or running is a solo or individualist sport, but this is definitely going to be a team effort out there.
And do you have like some sort of a sports psychologist to help you with the mind over matter concept?
I listen to a lot of podcasts and I've spoken to guys like Paddy Upton. But I think for me, the big thing is just kind of doing the best preparation I can do. And so when I'm standing on that start line, I know that no matter what happens, good or bad, I've done everything possible to be on the start line in the best possible shape. So I think that's important. But I do a lot of visualization, running through different scenarios in my head, like good and bad. So if something happens, like you get to an aid station and your crew aren't there, or kind of you run out of water, that mentally I kind of run through it. So when it actually happens in the field or kind of during the race, I can just stay a lot more calm and just think calmly on my feet and problem solve and just keep moving forward.
And how's the body reacted to the sudden shock of all these elements that you're just throwing at it?
Yeah, I guess I'm not getting any younger. I'm 43 now, so it's been a big dose of training. But touch wood, everything's gone really well. I've been running professionally for 18 years now, and I do a lot of strength and conditioning work, and I did a lot of strength and conditioning work towards the end of last year to almost like bulletproof me for this big dose of training that's coming up. So yeah, it's all going well, and body's holding up, the mind is good, and yeah, just really looking forward to this big challenge and adventure ahead.
What's the biggest threat? Is it the sleep deprivation? What's the toughest challenge?
Yeah, to be honest, I think that the sleep deprivation is something that I'm most concerned about. I've kind of crossing the Himalayas. Rain and I ran for 24 days non-stop. But obviously we were trying to move as fast as possible, but it wasn't in race conditions. So the sleep deprivation is definitely a big thing. And just covering the distance as fast as possible. I think that's going to be a big thing as well. So that also early on in the race, water is very limited. So you actually have to run with 4 liters of water on you. So just carrying heavier weight, and just managing myself throughout the race is going to be really important. Just like looking after my feet, trying to avoid getting blisters, and just kind of still having legs and a strong mind to cover those final 100 kilometers.
Have you been able to simulate extreme weather conditions, or you just hoping for the best?
So I mean, the summer we've had in Cape Town has been very hot. So I think that's been perfect training for me. So I mean, kind of simulating hot conditions, terrain conditions. The terrain in Cape Town is very similar, and even the outlying areas like the Cedarburg and Khotso and stuff. So I've been very happy with my race preparation. And the one thing I am lacking is altitude, but I'm actually heading over to Arizona and to Flagstaff where the race finishes in the next couple of days to do a bit of altitude training and actually run out on the routes. So yeah, I'm feeling like really confident that prep and training has gone well.
And as the clock winds down to this race, Ryan, are you feeling very confident at this? The body won't crash?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I always say you can never get too far ahead of yourself with an ultra race, and this is more than double more than double the distance of any ultra race I've done. So, I mean, I feel the preparation has gone really well, and I'm confident in that respect. But I also know over 400 kilometers, anything can happen. There's so many uncontrollables that I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. But yeah, I'm confident and hoping I can have a really good race. And as I mentioned, I think the course and the terrain and conditions really suit me.
And lastly from me, will you have a team, some sort of a support staff that will be there with you?
Yes, so Rainer Crystal, my adventure buddy, he'll be out there with me, kind of heading up the crewing. And then I also have some Salomon running teammates, Lucy Bartholomew and Christian Meyer. And then also the Salomon team, Salomon running global team, they'll have a number of their staff members and the high performance coach out there. So yeah, it's going to be a big team effort. But after all, it is 400K, so I think I will need all the support I can get out there.
Best of luck there, Ryan Sands.
Thanks so much.